this is one of my favorites, and I remember when I set out to write this poem, I wanted to write an anti Mary Poppins. Mr. Bubbly arrives by coach or by bus. He doesn't come in on the wind, with his umbrella. He gets a little tipsy, a little too much. He likes his bubbly, and he's imagined that he's taken part in all of these great stories, but in the end, he's really just a teller of tall tales, and there's nothing wrong with that. And while the kids, seem to think that he's funny and he's this grand character, it seems that the adults, don't find him too humorous, which kind of makes him a little bit of a sad character in the end. And I have a few poems in this collection that I think are distinctly British, and I think this poem is perhaps the most British. And Mr. Bubbly, he certainly is the anti-Mary Poppins, but there's a little bit of John Falstaff in him from Shakespeare, the great comedic character, and there's a little bit of Wife of Bath in there from Chaucer, and of course there's several nods to other famous tales like the Robin Hood, King Arthur, and then of course the nod to Harry Potter towards the end. And I guess that comes along with all those years of teaching British literature. And I've also been working on developing him as a character. I've got a couple poems that I'm working on, and the one I've been working most recently is Mr. Bubbly Goes to the Seaside, which I think may be a little nod to Paddington Bear. So without further ado, here is my good friend, great friend, Mr. Bubbly. Raise a glass and gather round, for Mr. Bubbly comes to town. Arrived just on the coach from Dover, tell the kids he's coming over. See his wide-gapped toothy grin, nicest fellow, let him in. See his big red shiny face, calling every lass your grace. See his stout and portly middle, loves a jest and dance and fiddle. Hear him, lads, he's coming near, a silver tongue like old Shakespeare. Spinning tales of kings and spies, truth be known, he never lies. Like when he kissed a mermaid queen, on a moonlit night on a sea of green, or when he joined the Prince of Thieves, one summer day neath the greenwood eaves, or how he comes from royal blood, with family roots to Noah's flood, or how he caught a magic fish, who said he'd grant him any wish, like when he piloted the ferry that brought Christ's cup to Glastonbury, or when he hiked to Kathmandu, just looking to try something new, or how he learned the Druid tongue in wizard school when he was young, or how he slipped from the dread Third Reich on a stolen Dutchman's bike. It's Mr. Bubbly, let's shout hooray! It's Mr. Bubbly, he's come today. Mum says no, he cannot stay. Give him 20 quid to go away. I want to thank you for joining me this Friday.